well, 25% of our time here is gone. So I am going to focus on three analytics today. Our pride and joy, the license plate recognition. So far, so good. If you have questions, unmute yourself. If you do not, just I will consider that no one has the questions. So far, does anyone have any questions? Okay, so let's go forward.
Sorry, just 1 second. They were asking questions also in chat, by the way. I don't know if you've seen that.
I did not see you. Yeah. Oh my God, thank you. Ah, thanks. Sorry, what access control?
Maybe go through that first.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Good call. Okay, you're good. Yes. What access control platforms do we currently integrated into? I hope you were able to see my slide, but I'll go back to that. Oops. Glenn. So these are the current ones. These are the current platforms that we currently integrate. Lenel, Suprema, Cantech, Isonos, IBH, Bosch, Software House, AMAG, Axis, and Gallagher. What is the largest site install that currently exists? So the largest install with ISS are 30,000 cameras at Mexico City, followed by Brazil with 12,000 cameras for the smart city, followed by Guatemala with 9,000 cameras for uh, uh, city surveillance as well. The largest one in Canada, it's Couche-Tard. It's a distributed application with 9,000 cameras and 750 servers. And in Canada, one single site, it's in Ontario, under my management, at a nuclear plant with 750 channels, 500 concurrent users, and 11 petabytes of video recording. Does this work on all VM platforms? Absolutely, yes. We do work with VMware as a matter VMware. As a matter of fact, I hope that's what you're saying. VMware. It's the nuclear plant is working under VMware, but it can be a Hyper-V and any other virtual machines. Are you compatible with Keyscan? No, Keyscan is Dormacaba, right? So Keyscan Dormacaba, not yet. However, it's based on requests. So if there is a project, we always evaluate. Thank you for that. Thank you. I was not. I thought the chat was going to open for me, but it didn't. Thank you for that heads up. Now I'll be looking. Oh, I'll have that open. All right. So like I was saying, my pride and joy here is the license plate recognition. License plate recognition, key questions, key information for you guys. It works with any camera of your choice. So if you have a manufacturer of your preference, we would work with them. The only thing we would specify are the angle requirements, camera requirements, so camera resolution. It really depends the distance, the angle, what you're trying to achieve, but it works with any IP cameras in the market. Okay? We have native algorithms to make that happen. So as you can see, you see the name of the state. So we do a template-based system. Template meaning if the car or if the state or for our great Canada, if the provinces, I do currently have all the provinces, not all of course, but the major provinces are already up to date. So meaning we do an installation, we see all the variations of the plates. We are able to install. So you will see on my next slides, we have Ontario, we have Quebec, British Columbia, Alberta, um, and then in the case of United States, all the states. So the system doesn't get confused. So even though the plate might be dirty or might be covered, the system is able to compare of what it currently knows. We also have a low and high speed versions. The high speed versions can go up to 250 kilometers an hour. We don't have any American on the call. Well, we might have some of my friends in the United States, so it's 155 miles per hour. In United States, they have a lot of the plates already installed. A beauty thing for license plates, gentlemen. This is by far, and I personally installed in several locations, not only here in North America. You can see by my accent, I'm also have been in South America for several years as well. We have several projects with license plate recognition. One camera can detect multiple lanes. See if there's any questions. Yes, I see here. Oh, great question, Don. Great question. Did you had any issues with the new Ontario plate? It's absolutely a great question. So, I do have one particular tower, which I will show you the video, and that tower has replaced the fobs for license plate recognition, and I have not received one call from them regarding the new license plates. So, and cannot leave my house to go check, but I will remote in, but I haven't had any issues. So I know the OPP police, they were having issues catching those plates, but we have had not an issue yet. Hopefully not ever. All right, let
Okay,
me
so
just go ahead.
hi, it's Juan. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, and you? I just had a quick question for you regarding when you said the comment about the license plate being dirty. Does that mean that if it's dirty or snow, you're able to recognize it?
Well, we're able to recognize, and then I'm just gonna go a little further here on this presentation. Let me just go here. Let me see. Just gonna go one, and I'll be back. Oops, no. We can see partial the plate. So what I mean about it's if it is, let's say, if this particular plate had only three numbers visible, because it is a template, and because we know in California the first five characters are letters or are numbers per se, and only one is it's a letter. What the system is able to do is compare its algorithm against what a California plate should look like. So when I said about dirty or partially covered, the system is still able to identify the rest of the plate. So when you do a little search, you are able to search by partially covered plates. So even if it is just half plate being seen, so the snow, it would still be a challenge. If the camera cannot see, the system won't.
Okay, so uh, you're talking about a database that's already in there, right? But I mean, if you were
No,
capturing a brand new plate,
no, it's capture. It is capturing the plate. So even so, let's for example this one here. That's not a database. It is capturing. It's updating everything. Of course, here there's no snow. The plates are visible. This is my high speed. So he's giving an example here. This is a live capture, no database. But now that's what the example does. It's gonna zoom in. It's a perfect match. And only now we are able to save that plate if it requires. So again, going back to the video, let's say he can now save that plate. So it is capturing live. So when I said that you can search, so if you can visually see only half of the plate, even by live capture, you are able to only on your search, you can only search, for example, 9571, and it will list for you all the vehicles with those four numbers without having to be in a database because it's live capturing all of them. Um, so if it's clear, we're just going to go forward. This is another example. So this is the Ontario plate. This is what we call Edge Auto. With Edge Auto, it's saving a portion of the license plate recognition embedded on IP cameras. So instead of having the full video stream, as you can see, it's only capturing, it's only sending a JPEG image of that plate. So this is in case of remote locations where you want to have only the image of the plate and you want to still have the list but no video feed because that's your challenge. You're only putting a portion of the license plate on the camera itself when you have limited connection. That's also an option. Another option is to have a mobile application. This is for police vehicles, but not necessarily only for police. Imagine if you're talking about a parking lot where security guards are driving around searching for vehicles who are not authorized into parking lots. They can mount a camera on their vehicles and search through the database. So now, to your question, now I can create a database. I can create a watch list. I can create several databases. There's no limitation for database. So now I can create for stolen vehicles, unauthorized vehicles, vehicles that are staying over their expired time, visitors plates, contractors. So now you can even see that the color changing. So for each color change, you have a different database application. So this is what the system is looking for. And now, if you do require, when I start my presentation saying about the features of the VMS, there you go. Now, vehicles reported as is stolen. What do I do with this data? Now you have a set of features and applications in the VMS that allows you to maybe integrate this into an HTML form that you want to force your operators to fill up. You want to notify this by audio. You want to send this message through an email. You want to send this by text. That's several notification subsystems that it can be applied. So now the license plate recognition plays a bigger role into the whole organization. My last slide here for auto. The best way to display data, because for us in security, this is the easy or maybe somewhat easy display to see. Again, this is not determined by my display. We and you can configure this desktop however you want. Maybe you want to have several cameras. Maybe you want to display a map where you can drag and drop cameras on the map. Maybe you don't want to have this. So the way you display data on our client workstation, it's customizable. But we have another tool that it's called Auto Track, where data is manageable. So it's getting this raw data and displaying in an easier way for the customer. Let me go back to the text, see if there's anyone. No, no questions. So we can now display via graphs, pie charts, traffic monitoring, displaying the map, drag and drop cameras, have thumbnails of vehicles, traffic monitor, counting vehicles, because using the license plate, you can count vehicles, you can estimate speed, you can count how many vehicles are in and out. We have directional of the plates. So if you have one island at the gate operator, you can now check vehicles in and out. So you can now tell the operator how many vehicles are in and out, approaching and leaving. This is a tool straight from the software itself. So it's straight from the camera, straight from the video analytics. It goes to your server, my server. And then we have displays, or we have a drop down options that it can be, this data can be displayed easier for you. You will still have that client feeling from the software itself, but this is another way to enable the data processing and display for business analysis. That's on the auto. If there's no questions, I just again, oh, there's a question. Do we offer API to gather this data? Absolutely, Tom. Nice to see you. How are you, my friend? Good to have you here today. Great. So, Tom, we do have APIs. So we have 4 different APIs. They are available. We have SDKs. They are there's a cost per each, but they are absolutely flexible. There's, like I said, 4 different options. Just a matter of signing an NDA, and you can have that information to display and gather